What fool thing is Johnny doing now? Well, here we go. Lee Hacklin, private investigator in Real Estate of Fear, Chapter 7. Good afternoon, fellas. You're probably wondering, who the dickens is this young handsome man standing next to me? It was 4:30 and I was wearing my one suit at the Cook Brothers Real Estate Agency in Brooklyn. Bernie was at Queens General in a private room recovering from what his doctor called a mild heart attack. What's so mild about a heart attack? I'm sorry, sir. The test results came back positive. You're suffering from a mild decapitation. I was standing next to Brett. There was a chalkboard which brought back anxious memories for me of how slowly time passes for kids when they're in a classroom. We were facing three middle-aged men seated at desks with nameplates and ashtrays and stacks of paper. The air was so thick with cigarette smoke, my eyes were watering, and I'm a smoker. Their faces were hard, scowling, and bereft of joy. This wasn't the life they'd imagined for themselves when they were children, not by a light year. The chubbiest agent pulled on his suspenders, stood, and pointed a sausage-esque finger at me. I know exactly who this is. It's what's-his-face, Gene Hackman. A slimmer agent chuckled and said, "He sure looks a lot older in movies. He's a gumshoe, Blansky. He's here to spy on us. Brett, we've already been through the ringer with the cops, not to mention those parasitic reporters. We're salesmen, not murderers. His presence here is going to do nothing but undermine our confidence." The third star, Bobby Clark, that never gets old for me. I mean the third agent, who bore an uncanny resemblance to George Kennedy from the airport movies, linked his fingers behind his head and said, "In order for someone to undermine your confidence, Orville, you have to have it to start with." "I'm sick and tired of your cheap shots, Ross." Well now, this was a cheerful work environment. Brett made the timeout gesture and said, "Fellas, let's lower the temperature a little." The one called Blansky said, "Orv, when was the last time you made a sale? D-Day?" "So I'm in a slump, mind your respect. I've been here since day one, and my sales record speaks for itself." "Oh, it was gold at one time, Orville. Now it's more like, what's the polar opposite of gold?" "Got it. Tin. I could be at home right now, drinking alone in front of the boob tube, and a lot happier. This was like watching mom and dad fight." Okay, it's a first draft. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, God loves you. And so does Johnny.